We are live here at the Long Beach Municipal Ice Arena. Good evening, folks. It's time once again for the New York Islanders High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. I'm Brady Campbell, joined alongside Sam Musnick, operating the board and helping us out here tonight, and Anthony Papasadero running the camera. First of two games here tonight in Long Beach. Both varsity action, Rockville Center, East Rockaway, and Hewlett against Garden City, Herricks, and Mineola in the first one here tonight. Warm-ups are underway. Both these teams a game under their belt. Both opposite starts for Garden City. They picked up the victory 9-4 over Farmingdale back on November 10th. 2 goals, 1 assist for Jack Vesio in that one. Thomas Batchich also had a goal and 2 assists. James Shields, not the former MLB pitcher, the hockey player for Garden City, put up 2 goals and 1 assist in the opener, as well as the Wings roll to victory. On the other side, the Cyclones 0-1 to start the season, 6-3 loss to Oceanside, who will be in action in the second game later on. That was back on November 9th. A goal and an assist leading the way in that one for Philip Ospensky for the Cyclones in a tough loss. Sean Barrett was between the pipes for that one. On the other end for Garden City in their first game, all 3 goalies played. Starting off was Carter Pickens, allowed no goals. And Vegas Aharani gave up 1, and William Amante gave up 3. Didn't matter. The Wings of Garden City still picked up the victory. Warm-ups just about concluded here tonight. Game 2 of the young campaign for the Cyclones and the Wings. Coming up next, take a brief timeout. When we come back, starting goalies and puck drop right here on the LI Sports Network. And we're back here for a puck drop. Look at the starting goalies for Garden City. Number 30, Carter Pickens, got the starting game number 1. And he posted a 0.00 goals against, and he's 1-0 on the season. On the other side, number 35, Matthew Prezioso. This is his first start on the year, hoping it can be a victory and get his team in the win column for the first time this season. His Cyclones of Rockville Center East, Rockaway, Hewlett in the road blue uniforms, trimmed in white and red, going left to right. The home Garden City Herricks Mineola going right to left in the home white, trimmed in maroon red. As the puck is down, we are underway. The opening face-off controlled by the Wings, and they get it in deep, hustling back on it here, Matthew Regan for Rockville Center. He gets it back out to center, and nearly a dangerous giveaway there, which led to a potential chance going the other way for the Cyclones, but instead it's cleared back out to center. Thomas Bacic keeps it moving. Tied up at the blue line. This is offside as Dominic Mack entered the zone a bit too soon. 28 seconds into the hockey game. Pretty short benches for both teams tonight, specifically the Cyclones. Looks like they only have 5 skaters in the goalie. Both backups sitting in the penalty boxes of their respective sides. Garden City a bit more of a full bench. See if that plays a factor here tonight as the Cyclones get it in deep. This is taken off the boards by Sobel. Tried to center it, lost the handle. It came back to him though. Goes up top, Regan, the shot ramps off a stick high into the netting and out of play. Matthew Regan is the captain for this Rockville Center team. Will head off along with his line mates as a new line enters for Rockville Center. Face-off one, however, to Radikash. Up to the near side, Nichols springs it out, turned back around here by the Cyclones for a moment. Now at the red line, chipped ahead. Swept back out by Slavey. Delayed offside here now against Rockville Center. Epstein touched it before he got back, and it's another offside call. First of 2 games here tonight in Long Beach. Second one, Wantagh Seaford Plain Edge against Oceanside. 2 teams off to great starts. Should be a good one. Approximately a 9:20 p.m. puck drop. Look out here, pass down the ice. It's going to be an icing. Jack Vesio, though, number 87, was behind the defense. Couldn't quite settle the pass. Only 1 game into the year. He does have 2 goals and 1 assist. Certainly a player that the Cyclones want to keep an eye on. Faceoff will come back down, however, towards Pickens. This team wins the faceoff. Harnison gave it away, comes out to the point, shot towards the goal, deflected on, save Pickens. Getting a piece of that one in tight was Rayfield. He has it now. Down the board, Sobel on the cutback. Sobel sweeps behind the goal. Up top, returned in his skate. All over that one, Vesio swipes it away, chips it down the ice, avoids the icing. Stretch pass, look out here, nearly a breakaway, getting a piece of it. Borriello couldn't settle it, but he gets there first, drops it off Rayfield, takes it wide behind the cage. Spins it to the near side. And the turnover, Rayfield in front, just getting a piece of it with the left toe that time was Pickens. Easier stop that time from the point. Rockville Center coming out with the betterment of the chances so far. Centering pass, Sobel, and that one was stopped as well. Another try, sliding down from his knees. Rayfield gets a shot on, it's stopped and held by Pickens. Under siege here on that last shift. Does his job, though, and the score remains scoreless. Just about 2.5 minutes here into the hockey game. And this opening week for the NYIHSHL. Couple of of games in the books. Teams playing their first or second, some even third games. Wantagh Seaford Plain Edge already on game number 3 tonight. Farmingdale has played 3 already as well. Moving very quickly here in the opening week. Chance here in tight. Shot on, getting a piece of it to keep it out was Prezioso as he stopped Canetta in tight. Chance from Nichols. Glove save by Prezioso. Looks like a late change here for Rockville Center. Regan heads off the ice. He'll be replaced by Borriello. And Slyby tried to join the play, and the referee's calling him back to the bench. So he'll head back there, and Goldstein will stay on the ice defensively. Face-off win. Garden City bouncing around in the slot. Chance in tight. Backhand try. Didn't go. What a save by Goldstein. Robin Caraba, point blank. Nice move to his backhand. Goldstein with the left pad. We'll take another look at that in a moment. Then the dangerous play here. Centering pass intercepted. Radikash gave it away just inside the blue line. Epstein gave it back up. And the wings are out. Nichols back in. His shot blocked. This is Slyby. D to D pass. Now stretched out to center. Theodore Vasca back on it for Mack. Mack by himself for now as both teams completing changes and gave it away just inside the blue line. Here's Sobel. Sobel over the line. Sobel, nice move. Couldn't quite get through. Now a pass out from Song and a shot on, fought off. Through a little bit of traffic there, Mack's shot got through. Down the ice, slows up, no icing. This is Vasca. Borriello couldn't quite hold it in. It's forced back out to center. Regan waits for his teammates to touch up, and then he brings it. Regan from the slot. Swallowed up and held by Pickens. Here's another look at that chance here in tight. Puck bouncing around, finding it was Caraba. Goes to the backhand, couldn't quite slide it past Prezioso. Makes a phenomenal stop. Garden City off the face-off, nearly off to the races there. Regan swats at a bouncing puck. Down to the corner it goes. Rayfield. Return feed to Rayfield. Chops it on goal. Save made. And the wings clear. Will this have enough juice for icing? It looks like it will. Face-off coming back down towards Pickens. Not quite 5 minutes played yet. Plenty of chances, however, for both sides. Took a look at that Caraba chance, but the volume of chances so far in these opening few minutes have come more so for the Cyclones. They win the face-off initially. Great read, though, by Vesio. And he was able to bring it back out to center. Followed up, but taken away. Epstein by himself, 1-on-4. Will just try to dump it in, but he fanned on it. Back the other way come the wings. Vesio over the line. Vesio through traffic up high on Prezioso. Made the mask save. Another try. Goes wide. Nice move down low, centering pass. No one home in the white jersey, and it's swept back out to center. 5 minutes gone here in period number 1. A fast-paced start between Garden City, Herricks, Mineola, and Rockville Center, East Rockaway, Hewlett. Taking it down the wall is Andrew Marizio, but he gave it away. And with Garden City in the change, a shot from the outside, steer to the side. That one came off the stick of Nichols. Mack turns the corner. Dominic Mack dips the shoulder and takes it wide. Behind the goal, the wrap try. Wouldn't go. Radikash steps up trying to hold it in. This is Mack, shakes free. Mack behind the goal, tries the other side on the wrap. It bounced out to the slot, it's cleared away and back out to center. Radikash goes D to D, and here's Mack, but it hopped his stick. Regan gave it away. Anthony Radikash gets the red line, shoots it in softly, as at least one of his teammates goes for a change. He stays out there, centering pass by Nichols, no one home, and it's intercepted by Regan. Regan shot off a stick and just over the glass into the netting. Busy night here on the LI Sports Network, as are most Friday nights during hockey season. Got 2 games here. We got Half Hollow Hills JV in action. Got a couple of Suffolk County High School games. Columbia University, busy night here on the LI Sports Network. Busy weekend as well. To the blue line, held in. Look out, deflection, it's high rebound, score! Looked like maybe some blown coverage down low. Sobel finds the rebound. It's 1-0, Rockville Center. The point shot here from Stalzer. We'll see a couple of Cyclones just get lost down low. Garden City kind of loses their coverage. Stalzer quickly on goal. Deflection save. Sobel all over the rebound. And exactly the start the Cyclones were hoping for, and they finally break through. Regan right back in off the faceoff. Takes it down low. And swings it up high now, throws it towards the goal, blocked down in front. Sobel on it. Curls back in the corner. Sobel had a man in front. That was Regan, couldn't get it there. Regan though chops it down low. And collapsing was the defense of Garden City. Regan takes it high to the slot. Nice move, but Vesio cut him off. Had some help and clears it back out to center. Bakic, one-on-one, cut off by Stalzer. Cleared out. This is Rayfield over the line. Sobel cutting wide, going to the goal. Rayfield, it's shoveled just wide by Sobel. Here he is with the puck. Down for Rayfield. Return Sobel quickly on goal. That missed. And just fired down the ice here. Will be an icing as the puck catches an edge. Now all the pressure being turned up here by the Cyclones. Garden City, a very strong opening game. The Cyclones, tough loss to Oceanside, but they are hungry for that first win here in Game 2 tonight, it certainly appears. And of course, you got to look back. The best chance that hasn't found the back of the net was for Garden City. It was really one of their few good opportunities. And it was a huge save by Prezioso. Back out it comes for the Cyclones. Slaby wraps it around the boards. Getting on it, Mack. Colton Mack, that is. Gave it up, however. Slaby steps in, easy save, the rebound available. Another try, save made, still loose. A couple more stops, and it goes to the corner. Huge sequence for Carter Pickens, keeps this game 1-0. Back the other way comes Dominic Mack, tried to center. To the point, Radikash deflected in tight, rebound, score! Dominic Mack. 1-1, both teams scoring goals on point shots that created rebounds. That's Mack there. He throws it towards the goal. It pinballs out to Radikash. His shot kind of gets slowed up there, but Mack cuts it off just before it gets to the goalie Prezioso, excuse me. And shovels that backhander past him. It's 1-1 now, 6:18 left, a little over half a period played. And a fast-paced start so far. Right back in Rockville Center. Regan dealing with the skates of the referee, reverses it, Stalzer towards the slot, backhand pass down low, Regan off the apron. Sobel holds it in. Regan tied up. Stalls her, using the right skate there to hold it in. Now Regan, power move down low. Takes it wide, tries to center. It does get through. Left pad save, and the rebound off of Sobel into the corner. He centers it. No one home in the blue jersey, all the way out to the point. Easy save that time for Pickens. Centering pass intercepted by Radikash. He goes off the boards and down. Does this have enough for icing? It does not. Good touch that time, and Garden City will sneak a change. Here's Regan back in over the line. Shot block that time. Donatin got in front of it. He and Regan spill down. Back to the point, though it comes. A shot whistles wide off the stick of McClelland. Rayfield turns it back down low. Taken back by the wings. Stepping up, though, is Epstein to create a little chaos. Now the wings, though, back out. Ice has certainly been a bit tilted, though, in favor of the Cyclones. With under 5 minutes to go in the first. Certainly the goaltending has played a difference so far for both teams, as that one nearly came to Vesio in the circle. He was locked and loaded. Borello. Sobel. Borriello flips it in towards the goal. It's steered aside by Pickens. This is Radikash for Donatin, and out. And back in comes Bakic. Takes it wide. Drops it off to the circle. Pass down low. Aggressive sweep of the poke check by Prezioso. Losing his stick, Slaby. It's in the near side corner. There he is in front, number 9. He's going to try and hustle to grab it as the puck comes his way. Now he has to play the body. He'll go to grab his stick as the puck went towards the net. Centering past Mack out in front, and it finds the other number 9 for Rockville center, Slaby, who will feed it back out. Bakic coming right back in. Vesio down the wing. Shoots! Shoulder save by Prezioso. Back out it comes. 3.5 left here in period number 1. Delayed offside against the Cyclones. Michael Goldstein. Pass knocked down by Nichols, and he gets it deep. Off the boards and out. Chopped pass. Noah Arneson. And the wings look to clear the zone. Great work in the corner, though. Finds Arneson now on the far side. Number 88 hit his own teammate. And it's swept back out. And back in come the wings. Towards the goal. Steer the side. Puck still available. Arneson holds it in. Now he's locked up at the half wall. Goes back down. McClellan sweeps it around. Borriello. Borriello might have a step here. Borriello cut off nicely. What a play by Colton Mack. And Mack just ships it away from him. Sobel, though, on the follow-up holds the line. Give and go. But Sobel had it knocked away from him. 2-on-2 the other way. Come the wings of Garden City. This is Colton Mack. Drops it off. Shot. Getting a piece of it with the blocker was Prezioso as he denied Donatin. Now it's Nichols. Centering pass taken away and cleared back out to center as we reach the final 2 minutes of the first. Intercepted at the line by Sobel. He gave it away to Vesio. Bakic moving in. Bakic centering pass. Mack trying to settle it. Bakic with the follow-up. Bakic takes it wide up top. Shot along the ice. Stick save. Radikash has time and room looking for a deflection that somehow snuck through everyone there in front. 90 seconds left in the period. And here's Rayfield. Chase Rayfield pass deflects high in the air to the near side. It'll stay in play. And Sobel took Radikash to the boards as he cleared it out. Stepping up Goldstein to try and keep it out of harm's way. Delayed offside, it's cleared out. And now it's Nathan Sobel. Rayfield knocked off his stick. Back ahead come the wings. Bacic couldn't quite settle it. Final 60 seconds here of the period. Can either team steal a lead? At the end of the frame, Regan's shot goes high. Vesio hit a teammate there going to the bench. A little dangerous. Though Bacic did have one leg over the boards, and the refs let it slide as both of them go to the bench. Here's Sobel at the blue line. Nice pass onto Regan. Regan down the slot. Shot save made up high by Pickens. 26.4 remaining. Sobel from Rayfield and Stalzer with 8:09 left in the period gave Rockville Center the lead. Mack from Radicaj with 6:18 remaining in the frame. Evened it up. That's where we are here in the final 20. Borriello. Around for Epstein. Up top, Slaby. Pinching down. Epstein keeps it alive as well. 10 seconds remaining. Up the boards. Goldstein pinching down. Holds it in. In the corner. Pass towards the front. Look out. It's in the skates at the top of the crease. Swept away from Mauricio down the ice. And that'll end period number 1. Well, we just ran through it. Took about half a period to find our first goal, and we found 2 of them less than 2 minutes apart. Sobel got the scoring started for Rockville Center. Garden City quickly tied it on the goal from Dominic Mack. Take a brief time out here for the intermission. We'll be back for the second period momentarily here on LI Sports Network. And we're back for period number 2 here on the LI Sports Network. Brady Campbell with you alongside Sam Musnick on the board, Anthony Papasadero on the camera. NYIHSHL, Nassau County Varsity Hockey. Period number 2, puck down, we are underway. Garden City Herricks Mineola tied with Rockville Center East Rockaway Hewlett at 1 as we get a quick offside to start the middle frame. If you're just joining us, welcome in. Nathan Sobel gave Rockville Center the 1-0 lead. And then just under 2 minutes later, Dominic Mack tied things up. Both goals, I should say, coming on point shots and then rebounds that were put in by both respective players as it goes down the ice here. Colton Mack on it for Garden City. Reverses course all the way around. Joseph Canetta keeps it away from Sobel. The 34s lock up. Regan finds the puck in the corner. Regan tries to roof it on the backhand from a tough angle. Holding his ground, Carter Pickens, who did allow his first goal of the season in that first period. In his second start, he played about half of the first game and went spotless. Bound to happen eventually, but he has made some big saves as well so far throughout. Same could be said for Matthew Prezioso the other way. Point shot deflects, trickling wide of the goal. Regan centering pass. Rayfield couldn't handle it. It was stripped away from him, and back in come the Wings. Great defensive play that time by McClellan. And here's Rayfield. Back in. Drops it off. Sobel looking for the toe drag. Lost the handle in front. Steered wide by Rayfield. This is Bakich. Up the boards. Pinching down to hold it in. Stalzer got the secondary assist on the Rockville center goal. Cleared out just out of the reach of Vesio. Nearly stripped McClelland of the puck. Regan back in. Regan wide. Shot on. Stopped. And holding it Pickens. First of two varsity games here tonight on the LI Sports Network for the NYIHSHL. Coming up next, Wanto Seaford Plain Edge against Oceanside. We also had a game up in Great Neck, 5-2. Final, Manhasset, Great Neck, Port Washington beat Valley Stream, Sewanaka, Lynbrook in that one. Shot on from the point, off a stick and wide. Getting to it here, Ethan Epstein, taken away to the line. Goldstein holds it in. Shot save made Pickens, and he catches it with the glove, and a little bit of physicality as the whistles were blown. Both teams will separate. This team's not separated by much. Coming in, Garden City 1-0, Rockville Center 0-1. Look at stats like goal differential +5 through just one game, +5 and -3, but these teams projected to be pretty close to one another in the standings as Caraba, who was robbed by Prezioso in that first period, brings it in here for the Wings. Puts it down the boards. Mack to Mack. Dominic to Colton. His centering pass behind the back. Couldn't find anyone, but a nice play that time to hunt it down by Caraba. Then the puck was played by a high stick. Both teams making changes here as the face-off. Looks like it'll go all the way down here. Back into the Garden City end. .12:48 remaining, second period of play. Face-off won back by Garden City. McClellan steps up for the Cyclones. Sobel hunts it down in neutral ice, on for Regan. Regan over the line. Regan drop pass, no one home for Rockville Center. Intercepting is Bakich. Stretches it out. Delayed offside here against Garden City. Allows the Cyclones to clear, but they give possession right back. Donaton over the line. Giving up now to Regan. Off of Sobel. Nice pass on to Sobel from Rayfield. Potential numbers here. Both he and Regan driving the goal. Pass knocked down. Great back check that time. Trying to get a number on that. I believe that was Colton Mack. Now over the line. Mack. Settle scores. Is it going to count? It's not. As crashing into the goalie was Bakich. And it's safe to say it will be waved off for goalie interference. We'll see if the refs discuss it. But there was certainly contact, as we'll get another look. We'll see bringing it over the line. There's Bakich. He'll drive towards the net. Mack's going to settle it. There's your collision. And Mack with a perfectly placed shot there, although Prezioso may have stopped it if he wasn't on his back there in the net. Call will stand. Face off outside the Cyclones end. 11:53 left. Still 1-1. Shot goes wide. McClelland around for Sobel. Regan leaking behind the defense. Had to stop to settle it. Now it's a one-on-one. He just rips that shot. Blockered up into the ceiling that time by Pickens. Don't see any t-shirts falling from Garen Hagen Day when the couple got stuck up there back in April. Face off to the left of Pickens. And it's won cleanly by the Wings, and they start out. This is Nichols. Look out. Dominic Mack gets through and scores, and this one will count. Second of the game for Mack. A partial mini breakaway there, and he takes advantage. The Wings have their first lead of the hockey game. This pass from Nichols to Mack through traffic, but he's able to pick his spot there, get through a couple checks, fight off another back check, and goes low blocker, beats Prezioso. So first lead of the game for Garden City. Another chance here, swallowed up this time by Prezioso. As Oceanside varsity team starts to stroll in here for their game coming up next against Wantagh Seaford Plainedge. Mack from Arneson. Although that was number 4, Nichols. The official scorer has Arneson as the primary assist. Cleared out. Sobel kept away from him by Radikash. And sent in deep. Prezioso will stop it at McClellan, but instead he looks for the long outlet to Raphael. Saucer pass. Regan over the line. He can bring it. His shot blocked that time. Colton Mack certainly going to feel that one. Sobel, Regan in the circle, fired it high. May have glanced off of something, played back into the crease. Sobel on it for Raphael. Couldn't quite settle it though. And it's skated out here by Nichols. Pass on to Mack. Dominic Mack takes the shot along the ice. Save made. Mack gets tied up against McClellan, and he comes away with the puck. Mack tries to backhand it towards the net. Knocked away to the corner, and Sobel starts out 3-on-2 here if they push it. Regan, Rayfield to his left. Regan takes the wrister, swallowed up by Pickens. Just about 10 minutes left here in period number 2. Game number 2 on the season for both these squads as it's won right towards the slot there and chopped towards the goal, bouncing around, Pickens sprawling around his crease. Centering pass gets through Maurizio and back out to center, who had the opportunity right off the faceoff. This is Goldstein on for Borriello. Borriello gains his own. Nice move. Ryder Borriello tries to swing it back to the point. Didn't get much on it. And Canetta with the steal. Outlets. Back in come the Wings. Towards the goal. Out of his net to play it away is Prezioso. Cleared out to Borriello. Behind the back, Maurizio. Maurizio. Return feed Borriello's behind him as Maurizio got dumped by Vasca. There's Vasaka. Pass behind his teammate there, and Borriello right back to Maurizio. Epstein deflects it in. Borriello chopping at it. All over him is Nathaniel Song. Epstein towards the blue line. Goldstein wasn't quite there yet, and he's forced to play it back in neutral ice. We're at the Long Beach Municipal Ice Arena in none other than Long Beach, right on the water here. We get the whistle. On the bay side, not the beach side. It's an icing here against Rockville Center. And Mack and Regan will take the face-off. Both players have made their presences known in this one, as they usually do. That pass just out of the reach of Mack. Rayfield had Regan behind the defense. Colton Mack stumbled down. Regan, good hustle by Dominic Mack on the back check. Sobel went tight. He stopped. And getting the whistle and holding on is Pickens. The chance here and the speed by Mack to cut off Regan, who couldn't really rev up his engines through neutral ice, had to stop to settle that puck down. McClellan, shot from the point, got through. Save made by Pickens. Rayfield had it knocked off his stick by Vesio, and back ahead comes Garden City over the line. Mack, his shot off the stick of McClellan to be exact, another play. Face off here to the left of Prezioso. One forward here by the wing. Steered away though. Rayfield gets to it. Backhands it out. Regan, nice move to get around Mack. Regan down the wing, takes the shot. Another save, centered in front. Sobel knocks it to the half wall. Back down for Regan. His pass intercepted. And skated back out. Nice move that time. Here's Adam Nichols. Knocked off his stick. Mack. McClelland. Pass knocked away. Nichols calling for a pass at the blue line. His teammates can't get it through. Now Mack stretches it out for Caraba. On for Nichols. Nichols a step down the wing. McClellan chasing. Saucer pass. Goes cross ice off the half wall. And steered back out. Banked ahead out of the reach of Nichols. This is McClellan from the red line. Dumps it in. Just past the halfway point of the hockey game. Look out here. That would have been a breakaway. Caraba was going to the bench. He didn't know it. Period of a long change. And just about everyone there for Rockville Center went to the bench. And that could have proven costly. Instead, Epstein back in. His shot stopped. Sobel calling for it. Epstein takes it wide, swings it in front. One! Oh no, it's in! It's in! Borriello, it looked like perhaps Pickens got a piece. Instead, we're tied at 2. Delayed celebration here. I thought Pickens just made one of the best saves we'll see all season, and perhaps he did for a moment. Great vision that time as Borriello sneaks through. Quick one-timer and just got it past Pickens. And we're tied again with 6:55 left. What a hockey game this has been so far. What will the final period and a half have in store? Perhaps another goal. No, stopped by Prezioso. Out to the point, shot off a stick and wide. Now it's Rayfield down the ice. Radicaj waits on him, and that hits someone in the wings bench. Ryder Borriello from Ethan Epstein and Nathan Sobel has this game knotted back up. Meanwhile, the shots are 35-16 in favor of the Cyclones. Off the draw, it's Rayfield from the center red. Look out. I think he hit one of his teammates, perhaps in the helmet on the bench. Looks like everyone's all right. It's like the linesman coming over, making sure. Face-off will be at center ice here. Linesman drops it down. Goldstein on it. And Rayfield sweeps it in. The scoreboard here in the arena does still read 2-1. Sobel back out Goldstein and hopped his stick, and down the ice it goes. And now the official score all over it, 2-2. Rayfield. Regan plays it down. Visaka, pressure by Rayfield, took the puck away. Cuts back. Down for Sobel. Sobel in front, off a couple skates and wide. Now it's Regan. Stretches it across. Sobel step shoots, and he scores! Second of the game, he snuck it short side, and it's 3-2 Cyclones. You'll see not much room there to operate, but you'll see the net ripple. He snuck it under the blocker. Great heads up pass that time. He dusts it off. Good positioning by Pickens. Couldn't quite make the stop, though. Regan, Rayfield, the assist on the Sobel goal. Second of the game. And third of the season. Can the Wings respond? Just over 5 minutes left in the period. Sobel, a steal. Borriello going to the goal, slides it across. That time it's blocked. Getting in the way of that was Arneson. Sobel. In front, Regan opened a high slot. It went through his skates. Back on it. Shot from the line. Didn't make it through. Another try. Save made. Arneson to the line. McClellan just able to hold it in, but now the second time it comes out, it looked like Garden City would have had numbers. But Arneson and Nichols collided, and that thwarted that opportunity. Borriello on for Sobel, and this could be numbers. Getting caught that time was Donaton. Sobel in, blocker save. Epstein down the wall, centering pass, knocked towards the point. Sobel. He's had his name all over this game. Shot off a stick and wide. Centering pass just out of the reach of Borriello. This is skated back out here by the Wings. Turnover and tight glove save. Prezioso keeps his team in front. Quick, dangerous turnover here by Garden City. Or Garden City forces it, I should say. That's McClellan. Had his stick lifted. Great body position that time. And tight. Quick shot. Reactionary glove stomp by Prezioso. Keeps his team in front 3-2. With just over 4 minutes left in the period. Look out, Regan. Chips it around one. It's a 2-on-1. Regan takes the shot. Stick save. Puts it back out in front. And it's knocked away by the Wings. And now the Wings might have numbers. Mack starts ahead down the wing. Mack trying to drag it through. This time McClellan wouldn't let him by. Held in by Radicaj, though. And he goes down for Mack. Turning, shooting. Didn't miss that top corner by much. Radicaj goes down. McClellan the intercept. Up towards Borriello. McClellan on it. Open area of the ice, saucers it ahead, intercepted by Colton Mack. And then he gave it away to Maurizio. Regan trying to fight through. Radicaj gives him a shove up high, and that will be the first penalty of the hockey game. Cross check against Matthew Regan. Not the most necessary of penalties there. Really good defense by Radicaj. Looked like the two players may have been tied up a little bit, but Regan turning around there. The cross check up high. First power play here for the Wings, trailing 3-2. And it looks like some commotion near the Rockville Center bench. As Regan will have a chat with Sean Barrett in the penalty box. Mack will take the face-off here against Chase Raphael. That's one back, Colton Mack to Vesio. First power play opportunity of the game for either side. Pass, Mack settles, couldn't get the shot away as he fanned on it, and it's cleared back out to center. This is Colton on for Dominic. Pass up the stick of Thomas Batchich. Now it's Colton Mack back in. Being watched by Slaby. Centers it in for one-timer. Batchich scores. Quick response on the power play for the Wings, and we're tied again. Great work here by Colton Mack. Takes it in deep. Just turns and practically a no-look pass there. He knew where Batchich was, just slid it out in front, no one on him. Quick one-timer, slides 5-hole. .245 left in the second. Back and forth we go. Regan back in, fresh out of the box, looking to give his team the lead back. Off the blocker and into the glass. Cyclones had the lead, and then the Wings had the lead, and the Cyclones had the lead, and we're back even again. So the pattern would certainly say Garden City would go back in front, but this has certainly been a game of chances here. And who can capitalize? Some big saves throughout as well. Batchich back in. Tried to get through McClellan, could not. Held in by Donaton for a moment and cleared back out. Delayed offside here against Garden City. They touch up. Donaton left it in an open spot. Back it goes Nichols for McClellan. McClellan on to Rayfield. 100 seconds left in the frame. Shot blocked down in front by Donaton. Sobel finds it. Sobel in the slot. Sobel blocker save. Rebound loose. Cleared away with Pickens on his rear. Back in Vesio. Nice move. Looking for a call. None coming. He was able to maintain his footing there without a good look. Nichols steps in and pulls it wide. Donaton flips it towards the goal. Nichols off a stick. Rayfield. Sobel had it knocked away. Epstein the follow-up. Epstein to the circle. Wide open. Sobel! A hat trick! Puts his team back in front 4-3 in the final minute. Perfectly operated rush up the ice here. Sobel knocked away. Epstein the follow-up, and he draws two defenders. Kind of a miscommunication here. Sobel wide open in the circle. One-timer. May have glanced off Pickens, but into the goal. Sobel, 3 of the 4 goals tonight for Rockville Center. They take the lead with 59.1 left in the second. With a little bit of a delay here. Looks like there's a Garden City player in the box. They do have 5 players on the ice. To Rockville Center's 2 right now. It looks like their coaching staff going over some things. And now we're set to go. We'll have to see what that potential penalty is. There's nothing up on the board. We're playing 5 aside. But there is another player in the box there with the other Garden City goalie as Pickens makes another save. It's Vegas Aharoni in the box. They do have 3 goalies on their roster. William Amante down the other end. Thank you, Sam, pointing it out. It looks like unsportsmanlike conduct, 10-minute misconduct. Shot fired wide. His team was not penalized, though. We don't have a number just yet on who that is. Mack, one-on-one, nearly took it. Now he brings it in, cuts back. Mack, high slot, shot glove save. Holding on to it is Prezioso. .9 left in the period. Final half minute, and looks like a late change from the Cyclones denied as the skate of shame back to the bench. Andrew Marizia. Puck down. Rayfield ahead. Epstein has a step. Moving in, stick save. That could have been a huge one, as neither team has found a 2-goal lead here. Nearly an offside. Mack, though, steers it to the corner. Goes towards the point. 10 seconds left. Hammered on goal saving. The rebound's loose. Mack couldn't settle it. Radfield trying to finish this period. Stretch pass towards Epstein down the ice. That'll end the second. Fast-paced second period. That penalty, the unsportsmanlike, was against Jack Vesio. But we reach the end of the frame. It's a 4-3 lead for Rockville Center after 30 minutes. Take a brief timeout. We'll be back for the third period. 4-3 lead for Rockville Center right here on the LI Sports. Back for period number 3 here on the LI Sports Network. Puck down, we're underway. Rockville Center, the 4-3 lead. We got an offside here right out of the gates. I think we may have had an offside in the first 10 seconds of every period so far. We'll do it again. Brady Campbell with you alongside Sam Musnick on the board and Anthony Papasadero running the camera tonight. Back and forth affair. If you're just joining us, Rockville Center took the early lead. We're tied at 1 after 1 as Pickens makes the save and gets the rebound. And then the second period, a lot more scoring. Garden City took the lead, not for long. Rockville Center the answer. It was about a 5-minute stretch before Rockville Center answered, which was really the longest we've gone without a goal since the scoring started. And then they took a lead. Garden City tied it. Rockville Center, though, with just 59 seconds left in that period, took the lead again as Sobel had his shot stopped by Pickens. Sobel already has a hat trick. On the other side, Dominic Mack has 2. Regan Very talented player. He's been a bit snake bitten so far here this season. Rayfield down low, tried to feed it back to Sobel. Comes out McClellan, steps in, save made. Rayfield back on it. Down to Regan. Regan. Shot blocked. Getting in front of it, Arneson. And Colton Mack off the boards and out. And getting to it will be Stalzer. Sobel broke the proverbial ankles of one of the Garden City players who pops back up. Stretch pass intercepted by Sobel. Sobel back in over the line, trying to get through. Does. Sobel pass just a bit too far behind Borriello, who has it now. His pass towards the slot blocked off. And Anthony Caraba starts out. His pass off the boards hit the linesman, and that allows Sobel to come right back in. He's been out there since pretty much the start of the period. Shot off the butt end of the stick of Pickens, and now number 34 will head off the ice. Radikaj up for Nichols. Forced back now, trying to do it again. Visaka take it behind this goal. This is Mack. Mack on for Caraba. Caraba over the line. Being watched by Marizio. Back to the line it comes. Radikaj shot scooped off the ice by Matthew Prezioso. Good appetizer here for, I guess, what you consider the main event. Not that this game on paper was expected to be a good one, and it has been. 4-3. Although two of the top teams here in the early going, Oceanside and Wantagh Seaford Plain Edge, to do battle next as well, in what should be a highly anticipated matchup and a great night of hockey here at the Long Beach Municipal Ice Arena. Mack back in. Mack lost the handle and popped out towards the front, knocked away by Sleiby. Giving to it, Radikaj goes down low, it pops out from behind the goal, and it's covered by Prezioso. Radikaj and Visaka head off the ice, replaced by Arneson and Donaton at the point for Garden City. Puck held in for a moment and then nearly taken off to the races there, but Arneson did a great job of keeping it out of harm's way. Look out here, Regan taking it in, breakaway, Regan scores! And there it is, first of the season for number 16. Just lurking around that blue line. Comes to Borriello, just able to chip it around the wings player. Regan had to hurry. Garden City coming back strong on the back check. Just got it back to his forehand for that shot. And the first 2-goal lead of the game belongs to Rockville Center. Regan from Borriello. And now Garden City on the ropes a bit here. Look out, Sobel has got his fourth. Certainly on the ropes now. Rockville Center breaking it open. Right off the face-off. 2 goals in 10 seconds. Just kind of a harmless play there at the half wall, and it just bounces out to Sobel all alone. He's got 4 of the 6. And Garden City in danger now. We're still only 3 minutes into the period, but what a turn of events here. And a very tight game. The shots might not say that. They are 44-24 in favor of Rockville Center. They certainly had the higher volume of chances here, and here they go again. Sleiby shot, save made by Pickens, who's been great all night. Tough break here in the third, another stop. A wrap try doesn't make it through. Back into the crease where Pickens covers. Rockville Center certainly hungry for that first win on the season. Just game number 2. Garden City already got their win in their first game against Farmingdale. Farmingdale off to a rough start. They've already played 3 games, and there's 0-3 on the year. Oceanside, a phenomenal start to their season as well. They're in action next, and they beat Rockville Center 6-3. But the Cyclones proving that they will indeed be a team to be reckoned with this season. To the line it comes. Colton Mack looking for a response. Taken away, and look out here. Regan with Borriello. Regan shot well wide. Comes all the way around and out. And now back the other way. Dominic Mack couldn't quite sneak through Stalzer, who defended that one nicely. McClellan back in. McClellan got tied up there with Caraba for a moment. And now back out here. Look out, 2-on-1. Nearly turned into a breakaway as Radikash, the defenseman, snuck behind the defense. Pass didn't get through from Nichols. From the line, fired around. Prezioso behind his goal to stop it. As Garden City, Herricks, Mineola making a few more changes here. Here's Epstein for Rockville Center, East Rockaway, Hewlett. Borriello around the boards and down the ice. This is Arneson. Arneson chopping at it, comes towards the slot, bouncing around, taken away, stood up at the blue line. That time was Bacic, back in. Comes Goldstein, gave it up. Osaka clears it back out, Sleiby on it. From the red line, fires it around, out to stop it Pickens, but it looks like it was offside there against the Cyclones. Epstein and Rayfield get the assists on the goal for Sobel, his 4th of the game. As they're out shooting this Wings team by 22. Face off here, though, deep in the Rockville Center zone. Still 9.5 left. Can Garden City climb back? Out to the blue line. Shot deflected in tight. Saved by Prezioso. Up top, Vasaka tried, didn't make it through. Another one blocked. Great job, though, to win possession back and hold the line. Steal this time, though. Rayfield 2-on-2 with Sobel. Sobel from the slot. Is he feeling another? His shot goes high. Goldstein. Shot from Borriello. He got knocked down as the puck goes to the corner. Rayfield, a nice move from the circle. Save Pickens. Cleared away. Delayed penalty upcoming. This is going to be against Rockville Center. Garden City power play already 1 for 1. Here they come, 2-on-2 over the line. And we get the touch and the whistle. 8:42 left, 3-goal lead Rockville Center. Certainly feels like a have to have it here for the Wings as Borriello will go for roughing. .842 left. Can the Garden City team get the big goal here to try and switch the momentum? This Rockville Center team has certainly had a lot of sustained offense. Garden City not quite as much. Well, 1 for 1 on the power play, and here they come again. Shot blocked. Comes to the high slot. Mack, another try off a stick. Looked like Regan got in the way of that and deflected it into the netting. Dominic Mack also sitting on 2 goals. Face off this time, won by the Cyclones. Hard around. Colton Mack holds it in. Down to the corner. Stalzer gets there, gave it away to Mack, who tried to take it towards the net. McClellan in to help that time. Gets through Dominic Mack. Regan leaking behind him. And putting the pressure that time on Vasaka. Sobel takes possession back here for the Cyclones. And put a check that time into Bacic. And now Dominic Mack streaking in. Mack drags and shoots. And it goes high. McClelland may have gotten a piece of that shot. Here's Mack. Minute 10 left on the power play, and that pass splits the two players at the point and goes all the way down to Pickens. Looked like it was an I got it, you take it situation there. Here's Mack. Mack streaks through. Partial breakaway, blockered in tight. Big save, Prezioso. And now he tries to drive it to the net again. Stays with it. Shot on. Prezioso keeps it out. And then he takes exception to Bacic, as did his teammates, as he was digging away at the puck. 41 seconds left on the penalty. Do we have any more coming on that sequence? Not sure. See what happens here. Officials all skating towards the benches in the box, and it looks like we have a slashing call against Bacic. I believe that's the only penalty. And so it will be 41 seconds, all 4-on-4 hockey, and then the power play for Rockville Center that could essentially put the game to bed here. Just past the halfway point of the third. Face off on the far side, it looks like here. And Rayfield will take it. Can either team take advantage here of a bit more open ice? 4-on-4 hockey. Goldstein overskated, and here comes Garden City back the other way. 2-on-2, drop pass. Goldstein, it was in his skates, defended that one pretty nicely. Around to Maxim Sleiby. Rayfield to flex it out. And Garden City regrouping here. Don't have too much time to regroup. 10 seconds before the Cyclone power play. For about a minute 20. And Garden City holding on to the possession. Here it does kill the rest of their penalty, but kills a bit more time on the other penalty as well. Although certainly time not quite on your side as Goldstein shot blocked. Pass down low, Rayfield tried to sneak it through Pickens, who had it. He wasn't quite sure, but he gets the whistle. 61 seconds left on the penalty against Bacic. Regan's line back out there. What a line it's been. He'll take the draw against Mack. And Mack goes forward with it. Couldn't get it past Stalzer. Had he gotten it by him? May have been a shorthanded look. Stalzer, Mack takes it away and fires it down the ice. Prezioso out of his goal leaves it for McClelland. McClelland for Regan, the captain, full head of steam. Mack took it away. Dominic Mack back in. Drags to the backhand. Mack, high shot, fought off. Standing stop that time by Prezioso. And now it's Sobel. Sobel gains the zone, steps through, poked away. Pickens fell on his back trying to scramble into position. And his teammates do the rest of the job there. However, they couldn't quite get it out. Pass towards the slot, no one home. Final seconds of the power play, and that'll kill the rest of it. So no goals throughout that 4-on-4 power play sequence for either side. We're back to 5 aside. Regan, shot blocked by Arneson. Arneson fires it towards Stalzer, who holds the zone. Sobel towards the slot. Sobel takes it behind the goal. Up top, Regan steps in, fires high. Wraps all the way around and back out to center. Just under 5 minutes left. Fairly comfortable 3-goal lead at this juncture. Sobel looking to expand upon it. Doesn't pull the trigger. Slides it in front. It hits someone and trickled wide. Now it comes around for Vasaka. Sobel locked him up. Goes down Rayfield. Had it taken away. Rayfield tries to center. Bouncing around. This is Nichols. Go time here for the Wings, trailing by 3. In danger of dropping their first of the season. Mack. Couldn't get the pass through that time for Canetta, but Canetta takes Goldstein to the boards. He's able to shake free, but it comes out Dominic Mack. Dominic Mack draws the penalty here as he made a quick cut to the circle. Back to the power play goes Garden City with 3:52 left. Goldstein will go for a trip. And if the last one wasn't, this one certainly is. Have to have it down 3. Even then, it's going to be a tough comeback at this point, but crazier things have happened. Mack will take the face-off against Borriello. As Rockville Center now sitting at 50 shots on goal to Garden City's 27, nearly doubling them up. Mack, pass towards the slot, wrestled away. Bacic throws it wide. Garden City 1 for 2. Pass in tight. Vesio couldn't settle it. Colton Mack holds it in. Mack from the line. Easy stop that time. Getting the whistle is Prezioso. Nice move that time, but it's taken away off the stick of Mack and clear down the ice. The kill here will pretty much do it for Rockville Center. Bacic wants to head north. Aggressive forecheck here on the kill. Colton Mack. Looks like he's playing forward right now. Centers to Dominic Mack, intercepted and fired down the ice by Maurizio. Way out of his goal to play it is Pickens. Now he has to hustle back as Regan charges in. Regan shot missed. Halfway through the power play. Not much going here for Garden City. Colton Mack. Down the ice it goes, intercepted and cleared down to Noah Arneson. Vesio slides it past Sobel. Dominic Mack back in. Just 40 seconds to operate with. He centers it and it glanced off the outside of the cage. Mack up top, and once again, some miscommunication. It slides past Arneson and Bacic in now. Arneson puts it in deep. Sobel intercepts, backhands it down the ice. And covering it here will be Pickens with just 15 seconds left on his team's power play. 2:07 in the game. Not looking too bright here for the Wings. A game in which they had a 2-1 lead, which they took with 11.5 left in the second. 6:55 left. Rockville Center tied the game, took a brief lead. Garden City on the power play tied it with 2:45 left in the second. However, with 59 seconds left in the second, Sobel gave Rockville Center the lead. They have not looked back since. They scored 2 goals within 10 seconds. Regan and Sobel's 4th of the game early on here in this third to seemingly put this game to rest. Looks like we have a timeout here for Garden City as they discuss what they'll try to do here off the face-off. Try and get a goal back and swing the momentum in the dying minutes. Swantoss Seaford Plain Edge leaking out of the locker room. Looks like they're ready to go. They're in action next against Oceanside. Repping the new King's Threads here. Black uniforms with the dark gray names and numbers. As we're out of the timeout, Regan against Mack. And Regan will just fish it to the corner, try and eat a couple more seconds here. Starting up ice, Caraba. 5 seconds left on the penalty. To the bench indeed does go Pickens. So for the moment, it's a 6-on-4. Now a penalty expires, 6-on-5. All the way across Batchich from a tough angle, swallowed up by Prezioso with 1:44 to play. And it's definitely prayer time. We weren't sure. 3 goals. Never sure what the coaches will decide to do, but they elect to go for it. Speaking of going for it, all the way down the ice, McClellan from the corner. The empty netter salts it away for Rockville Center. There he is in the corner. Comes right to McClellan. He sees the lane, fires it all the way down on target. 99 seconds left. And now the Cyclones can really feel it. Win number 1 on the year. Marizio starts ahead off the draw. Shot up into the netting and out of play. This game was tied at 3 for less than 2 minutes. 4 unanswered by Rockville Center, 3 of which have come in this period to put the game away. Cleared out here by Song. McClellan on it. McClellan's first goal on the young season. Marizio drops it. Borriello's shot goes wide. Around it comes, finding it, skating it back out to center here is Donaton. Donaton takes it wide as we hit the final minute. Nearly gave it up. Borriello couldn't find it. McClellan holds the boards. Marizio nearly snuck behind the defense. Now he's got a 2-on-1. Goes to Borriello. Back door. Blocked down that time by Arneson. Good defense there. Slavy towards the net. Deflects wide. 30 seconds to go. Hammered by Canetta. Blocked down, however. One more chance here. Save made. Denying Epstein. Epstein towards the front, intercepted by Donaton. Trying to clear it out. Epstein all over him, and the Cyclones not giving an inch here, even with the 4-goal lead in the final seconds. A shot from the red line, one last stop for Prezioso. McClellan will run out the clock on win number 1 for Rockville Center, East Rockaway Hewlett. They take this one tonight 7-3. Over Garden City, Herricks, Mineola. Both teams now 1-1 on the young season. 31 shots tonight for Garden City. 28 saves for Matthew Prezioso. And definitely got to give credit on the other side to Carter Pickens as well. He faced 50 shots on goal tonight. All things considered, not too bad, but in the end, a dominant third period to put this one away for the Cyclones. And they take their first win back home here after the victory in Long Beach. Don't go away. In just a little bit, approximately a 9:20 p.m. puck drop. It's 9:20 right now. But in a little bit, we'll be back for Wantagh, Seaford, Plain Edge, and Oceanside varsity hockey coming your way next. That'll do it for this one, though. For Anthony Papasadero on camera, Sam Musnick on the board. I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score, the Rockville Center, East Rockaway, Hewlett Cyclone 7, and the Garden City Herricks Mineola Wings 3. You've been tuned in to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network.